Okay, welcome back. I'm Cappadocia. Welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. We're carrying on right where we were. We were about to head to this warp projection in the name of the star. So let's see what this is. The Rogue Trader ship draws near the unidentified celestial body. The machine spits on every deck from the captain's bridge to the cargo hold to become frantic. The engines refusing to cooperate, sending the void ship hurtling towards the epicenter of the anomaly like an arrow towards a target. Ugh. You wake after unsettled sleep and find yourself lying on a stiff cardboard mat. Stiff. You are overcome with a strange sense of wrongness. The place is dark and reeks of body odor. Someone elbows you under the ribs and grabs you by the collar, spitting abuse. It's enforced patrol on the void ship and she is clearly displeased. Punch you in the face. You wrestle lightly, force his grip with these, punch the woman in the nose, turn around and flee into the darkness of unknown passageways. After taking yet another turn, you find you over your shoulder, so you're being pursued. You notice a sign on the bulkhead, Bay 3454. The locals offer friendly smiles as soon as they see you. Perhaps it's your appearance. Staring hastily out of your glass bulkhead is a shaggy, soot-faced, worn-out vagrant in rags. A face is not that different from those of your new friends at any rate. No one's trying to hurt you. You're told a couple of million stories about local life, the almighty Lord Captain, and the monsters that frighten people every now and then when the entire ship shakes and the red lumens flash overhead. The ragged people, who have thoroughly enjoyed your pleasant company, walk with you to the base supervisor's cabin. The workers ask the supervisor to report a stray noble from the upper decks. Your poison manner do make you stand out from the humble denizens of the lower decks. When you are restored to the bridge, the Foxmaster gives praise to the infantryman and explains that you were trapped in an anomaly that made the people on the ship inexplicably trade places. A rescue squad was dispatched at once to retrieve your lordship, but your friends from the lower decks have already helped the Lord Captain back to where he belongs. Yay! Despite me punching one of them in the face. Slap. Get your hands off me, oaf. Yoink. We have some Eldavi survivors to go and find. Lord Captain 7th, there's a recent scuffle straight ahead of us. Thrown take me. This is not a frigate, it's just a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman silent for a moment. Blimey, the culprits are here too. The Eldavi freaks, I recognise their shiny asses even from this distance. Except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They're hovering in place and not in trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from a distance? Call off your people, Lantar. Something is wrong. The children of Assyrian are dismayed. But doing something like this to a monkey vessel? No, we're not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we received a report from the Augur. The situation is unusual. The Xenos ships display no biological or energetic signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there's nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We've also spotted some drifting plating, remains that belong to a third unidentified vessel. Have the acolytes of the machine cut identify the remains of the third vessel. Important, the hull fragments belong to Jacobi Xenos race. The presence of their ships in the system at this time has not been confirmed. Dispatch a rescue team. It will be done. Xeno artifacts. Nice. And some fuel. Yeah, we'll take that. The scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers in the shipwreck. Despite the wounds, they were able to tell us what happened. During the patrol, frigate discovered an Eldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Jakari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first they attacked from a distance, and soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the deck. It's only by a sheer miracle that surviving officers managed to escape. Locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claimed that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joined forces to eliminate the rest of the Imperium. The alliance between the Eldari and Drakari is on the usual side, and such an outcome is hardly surprising. How blind are the monkey to the vice of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of Assyrian, sailing peacefully by, but it's my kinspeople who are to blame? No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, something I'm afraid even to consider. Send the shuttle with scouts to investigate the Xenos ship. After several hours of tedious waiting, Vigdis gets back on it. Lord Captain, scouts confirm our early report. The Xenos ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Eldari nor their bodies were discovered. We are late again, Elentark. Done everything we could. We are leaving. As you command, Lord Captain. Yep. Right, let's go. Scanny, scanny, scan. Not that we have anything we can do here at the minute, but might be useful to come back later. Ooh. Cogitator screen highlights shapes of several buildings. This small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a Winterscale Dynasty outpost. After a lengthy attempt to the plate, you were rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with a massive antenna of an ancient voxcaster. Binary songs hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodians people go out the way to give this steam vest proper reception, but their resources are scared at best. Well, we'll talk to the custodian. The custodian shares alarming news. The output is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core Winterscale worlds, but two ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delay or request aid. The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He's begging to help what little his settlement has to change. Eh well. The custodian showers you with gratitude and hurries to send gifts in return. The formerly grim and worried faces of men light up with relief. So what did we get? For a bit of food we got some ceramite, some fusion cores, some Azarius pieces, data cables. Thought I heard something in my house then. That's weird. I'm the only one here, so there shouldn't be any noises. Oh well, there we go. The return journey treats you for an unexpected spectacle. The eclipse begins as two local suns covers the other. As you watch as the temperature drops, the lighting changes and the double shadows vanish. The two discs in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval and then become one. Eventually the fantastic event passes, leaving over your vivid memory. That's quite cool. Another thing on there. The risk have gone wild. Ooh. We should go back into orbit. They're just muttering about who knows. It doesn't even sound like human language. Or I do not want to know what happened to this world. Okay? Begin another scan. Gas giant. Ooh, the crew were treated to an impressive sight. A colossal storm on the gas giant's surface. The planet's dimensions in themselves are mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, the storm to end all storms. Blah. As if the Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance through the bridge's huge viewing windows, someone suggested giving it a name, and the Emperor's wrath garnered the most votes. Some of the crew believe the storm to be an omen. Let's hope it's an omen of great things to come. I certainly hope so. And a small pockmarked planet. Ashwald. Nothing here. So we have no routes down here. Let's head back to the nameless start. Head down here. Safen this one up. The Vox systems intercepted a distress call coming from an Imperial vessel. The system contains a ship that belongs to the planetary fleet of Dargonis, the capital of the Von Valencius dynasty. Transmission is repeated at regular intervals, but the message itself is corrupted. A cacophony of requests for help, groans and shouts. What in the world? It is your name they're shouting, Lord Captain. Who do we take? Definitely take Argenta. Do you want to take these two? Yeah, I think we take our navigator instead of the Warpspawn. I think that's going to be the best option. Okay, and let's level up. ship strength, toughness, willpower. I think we definitely take weapon skill. I'm not using that, so there's no point in doing that one. We'll take that. Bounty Hunter. Let's put her perception up. No, she's not using flame weapon, heavy weapon proficiency, heavy armor proficiency. She needs strength for that. Oh, I think we do that then. Strength is only 35. Not good. So it's going to be a long time before we can get the System of Battle up to being able to use that, which is weird. Yes. Right, so now we just need to throw some heavy armor on him. Nice. And we'll give him more dodginess. That works. Her agility is already good, her perception is good, her ballistic skill is good. Her intelligence isn't great, so we'll up her intelligence a bit. Let's up her toughness a bit. We'll give her that. Make her a bit more dodgy. Oh.
That Xenos were abhorrent creatures. But you do not look terrifying. You look unusual. As do I.
Naive child. You are a monster to your own kind. Were it not for your third eye that sees Cheyenne, the thread of your fate would have been severed at birth.
She's got a point. Right. Pleasant body look covered in unpleasant looking growth, scabs and ulcers. They look like fresh mutation. Sees my company dead body seems odd.
I'll make an example out of you.
Okay, we've got a few down there, so you hold there. along with Argenta go there, Eulet, you go there, Abelard, you come here, I will go there. Alright, what we got? Agile, agile. Force me to spitter. Okay. Let's grab that. Oh, he missed. That is most unusual.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Oh. Oh, that one hurt him. Good. Serves you right.
I understand your intent. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
I'll do what it takes.
These ruby flashes are choking.
Damn it.
Look out.
Okie dokie. What are we going to do? I think we throw one of these over his head. Alright, so far. Come on, up you come. Ugh.
I am ready for whatever comes.
Yep. Now we're going to hit him with this.
Not me. On it. I'll make it happen.
Stabs in the back. Unsurprising.
Yeah, alright, alright, alright. Now we're going to use our shield that way.
Good as done.
Good hit.
I've faced worse than this.
It's alright. Oh, they've knocked me down a bit. Well, that's bad.
Can't. We're breath.
If it serves your cause. I move as if unseen. If I must.
At your beck and call.
Good hit.
Indeed. At your beck and call.
Use lots of skills. Why not? So give me a minute and I'll be shooting back.
I can handle this.
Pain cleanses the body.
Deliver us. If I may. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I am not your secret.
Traitor or fool?
Either.
I'll show you why navigators are feared.
This tedium is beneath me. Deal death with my hands.
That worked.
I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil. If I deal
That works.
with my hands. I am not your zealous pet, Mulk.
Oh, come on.
If it serves your cause.
Up you get. Yeah, good question. Did you like knocking her over?
We're at a tactical disadvantage.
We are now.
My vow is to serve. Let the cycle be discontinued.
Let there be ineptitude, not malice.
Request approved.
I can't stand it. Just a minor setback. Quick, quick.
Ba-ba-bum.
I approach the designated position.
Slip away.
I understand your intent.
And then fucking miss. Oh well.
I will do my duty. It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Good.
Indeed.
Stab him.
Failure of their crude machinery was inevitable.
Hmm. That worked. Temporarily. They're dead next turn anyway.
Protect me.
So our gentleman might actually get a going this time.
I'll do what it takes.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We're going to slip away again.
I move swiftly to strike. If it serves your cause.
Good hit.
Pay with your blood in the name of Kaela Menshake.
And reload.
Your target.
Become like fire.
My
Move up.
is at the fore. Victory is imminent. It will be done.
My heart still beats. without deeds is worthless.
You cannot change this path. If I may.
Got him.
I will do my duty. Reduced to dust.
There we go. Everybody gets back up. Grab that. What we got? Don't think we need improved flak vests anymore. Mars pattern chain axes. I'll check them in a sec.
I always keep my options open.
Ooh. Pascal, go and unlock that, please.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Staff of Cassini. And a cape of distraction.
Is there money to be made?
Goods. Clear a passage over there. Well, we might do that in a sec. Let's just have a double check.
Grant me the wisdom to perceive.
Contemplator's machine spirit stays silent, attempting to reach the systems of the destroyed ship. Okay. So it's still trying to do its job, but it can't. Right, before we move on. Much better. Abelard, old boy. Power sword. There you can have that. That is slightly better than your chain axe, but I'm not really using the chain axe, are we? That can be sold. Oh, speaking of which, doesn't have heavy armor. Okay, so next level we need to get him heavy armor ability. Abelard's got one of them. You can have one of them as well. You're good. Okay, does this actually +5 to willpower? Okay. She really does need something better than that. Now let's give her that. Served Abelard well. Clear a passage up here.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I always have a backup plan.
Navigator. Navigator's throne handles the warm with visible marks left by nails, evidence that the terrifying has spent locked in battle with the powers of the warp. Ooh. Loads of stuff. I didn't even have to do anything with. The leader of the ravished ship's crew wipes sweat from his brow and motion characteristic of navigators. Not this whole hand, but with two fingers moving from left to right and back so as not to touch the third eye by accident. This movement is the only sign of fatigue he allows himself. His posture is immaculate, shoulders wide, eyes front, as if he did not just emerge from a grueling battle, simply greeting on the bridge of an uneventful day. My greetings, your lordship. As only for introductions, I know the heirs of the Von Valentius line by sight. I'm Han of House Cassini, The navigator of this vessel and the senior surviving officer, I assume command after the incident. Lady Navigator, what an unexpected and pleasant meeting considering the circumstances. Han desultoriously dips his head to Cassia. I have not known the honour of being personally acquainted with you, but of course I know the emblem of House Celio. How fares the Honourable Regent? Cassia Celio. Cordially, will not disguise the ice-blue coldness of your words, Navigator Han. However, I tell Regent Antonio that you inquired after his health. You may pass on my best to Novator Cassini. Now let us set the pleasantries aside. I'm sure the road trader would like to ask you a few questions. As Han speaks, the others glare at you with dour attention. You close up and you can plainly see that every one of them is a mutant. Their face and bodies bear the mark of incredibly grotesque deformities. The same as the muttering madmen who attacked you. However, Han's associates in perfect clear show no sign of madness. What happened to the ship and crew, Han? The ship is assigned to the port of Dragonis. Some time ago, the captain was instructed to deliver a package urgently, by hand, to you. Your lordship, they will be given a pic of your face. The disaster struck during the warp jump. I will never know all the details. I was preoccupied with my primary duties, but for some reason the captain decided to open the package. That, you may have noticed, had a most disruptive impact on the crew. The package contained a chaos artifact, a chaos bomb, if you will. The moment it was removed from its protective cocoon, the crew began to lose their minds and mutate. The first to be affected was the captain and senior officers. The effect spread with incredible speed, and every deck was consumed by it, every last one. The raging mutants, no longer sane, damaged many systems. The ship was in distress and would have certainly have been destroyed had I not resorted to making an emergency exit from the warp. People you see here are the only survivors, or rather the only ones who would be able to retain both their lives and sanity. I gathered everyone I could isolate from the source of the danger and sent out a distress signal. We were adrift, waiting for help to come, fighting off mad crew members. Then you arrived. Who was the sender? As far as I'm aware, the order came from Kuntai Vudavir, the Master Whispers and the Road Trader's retinue. It's likely he arranged delivery, either personally or through intermediaries. That blasted traitor beat it to Dragonis and is now free to act with impunity. It would not surprise me to find out that this was the work of sorcery. How else could it have reached the world in such short time? Your actions suggest you were not expecting a package of this sort. It is good to know. I'd almost convinced myself that the Rogue Trader was deliberately collecting chaos artifacts. I am not tainted by chaos and nothing is packaged. I'll give you my word as a Rogue Trader. Give you a search note about it. I beg your pardon, your lordship. I saw the terrible death of the entire crew with my own eyes, so I was forced to bring the ship out of the warp by means of emergency manoeuvre. And then I had to fight my former comrades, insane and twisted. I am tired. However, the sender wanted all of this. Han makes a sweeping gesture at the destruction of the corpse of the crew around him to happen to your ship, not ours. How were you not affected? Were you not affected? That depends. I was born a mutant, you see. Navigators are taught to resist the influence of chaos, and so I have been as best as I could, but I'll be frank with you. Can't be certain I've avoided completely. There are no visible indications yet. All signs point to Han telling the truth, but you also notice clear evidence how difficult it is for him to struggle against corruption. He's extremely tired. Where's the artifact now? I placed it inside the protective sarcophagus, more reliable than the previous repository. Unfortunately, an artifact as powerful as this could not be destroyed under these circumstances, or rather, I had no assurances it would not disintegrate every one of us and scatter us across literal light years of neighbouring space. Once we're off the ship, I'll find a way to destroy the vile thing. We claim mines on the remains of the ship and blast it along with the artifact to safe distance inside the resources and the knowledge. What about me and the crew? Will you take us with you? You can come with me, but the crew will have to be terminated. They are beyond salvation. They're corrupted by chaos. These are my people. We lived through this nightmare together. I'm responsible for them. All of us leave the ship or none at all. I'm taking Boba Ship. My words will no one dare issue despite the mutations. Thank you, Lord Captain. We'll take him for the minute. I know it's probably not the bestest of plans. And it's probably going to come back to bite me in the arse later. But
keep your wits about you.
Let's get out of here. Shouldn't really have taken the mutants on board, but never mind. Okay, but now we're done with that. We're going to leave that there for now. So again, I hope you're enjoying the playthrough so far. And thank you for your time. For the minute, I've been Cappadocia. Signing off.